It's a part of the show where we lay down the foundation. All right. A lot of components with this Super Bowl. It's almost as if they went out of their way to galvanize as many eyes and attention as possible to this specific event, which to accomplish their other goal of taking attention away from some of the crazy shit that was going on in the background. Just look at the company here, all right? You got all these celebrities that have no business hanging out with each other. What the hell is Ice Spice doing?
Ice Spice
hanging out with Taylor Swift. Look, hey, Ice Spice over here throwing this up. Okay, if you know, you know. All right. If you see anybody throwing this up, you see anybody doing this, you see anybody doing this, you see anybody throwing up horns like this. If you know, you know.
Welcome to the Fourth Wall Podcast Show. We're your certified, qualified host, SeeJayy the Architect, here with my boy, Tausifur the Philosopher, formerly known as Toss Sauce, before you got banned from Instagram or what?
Yeah, they done exiled me, man. Banned on Instagram, banned on Twitter 9 times. I refuse to call it X because that boy Elon, he be capping, man. So...
Hey, shout out to X, man. Shout out to X, man. They're doing a lot of great things, man. Behind the scenes.
Agree to disagree.
But we're not here to talk about that today. You know, we'll save that topic for, another day. What we are here to talk about is issues that make you wonder, what's really going on? Like, what's really the main theme behind it? Anything from political issues to moral pressing issues. But hey, we're just here to make it entertaining for you guys. As a matter of fact, I was told I have to read this before we even go deeper into the show. So just give me a moment.
For legal purposes.
Yeah, we don't we know how the climate is now, and we don't want to be canceled on our first day on the job. All right. So just real quick disclaimer: the following program delves into sensitive political, moral, and religious topics. The hosts, us, our unique perspectives may challenge traditional viewpoints and provoke thoughtful conversations. But that's really the point of the show, So viewer discretion is advised, as the content is intended for mature audiences who appreciate nuanced discussions and complex subjects. The content discussed here is for entertainment purposes only. Make sure, we're going to post it on the screen. For entertainment purposes only. Just so you guys know, we're not, this isn't for, anyone to get mad. This is for...
Yeah. We ain't out here trying to tell y'all
this guy may know more about that. I'm just trying to keep it.
Don't start a mob. Don't overthrow the government or nothing like that. Mature audiences, entertainment purposes only. But if you cool and you want to let your kids watch a little bit, it's all good too. But it's a free country. We're just legally authorized to say that.
Yeah.
Before we start cooking.
Yeah. But beyond that, we're just here to spit facts. I mean, we're just here to talk about, whatever's trending day to day to help you get a better understanding. We're here to break the barriers for you. We got these construction hats here. Why? Because we're construction workers. We're doing what construction workers do. We're breaking down the barriers for you guys. We're finding concrete, evidence to build stronger foundations. We're finding concrete evidence. We're using the facts that we find out on the streets, and we're not just, picking, random facts out of our behinds. We're actually telling you guys concrete, real evidence, and we're interpreting it in our own way. But don't forget, if you want to call us out on our BS, that's what we're here for. This is a safe space. This is a space where we talk about the things that we know a lot of you guys are thinking. We know you guys are thinking the same thing, but we're just...
Look, yeah.
I would say we're just more brave.
Real...
I think we've seen some things.
Real recognize real at the end of the day, okay? If anybody got smoke for us, man, look, let us know. We're not going to... This is not the ADL. We're not going to silence y'all, man. So, if anybody has anything they want to say, keep it a band. Let us know in the comments. Definitely like and subscribe, though, while you at it. But this is all about pattern recognition. It's all about understanding the nuances. A lot of things go on in life. A lot of things go on in the world that the media tries to tell us it's like this. Now us, we connected to the streets, man. We connected with the people, and we just trying to echo that. So sometimes we talking, it's not necessarily coming from our personal thoughts, a little bit of it, but we echoing what the people are saying. You feel me?
Telepathically.
Yeah.
I mean, like this, of course, these aren't conversations that you see people having openly. It's always the nod. Oh, yeah, the wink, whispers. It's a silent, if you know type thing.
If you know, you know. Hashtag that, man. If you know, you
if
know.
If you know, hashtag that. But yeah, this is for those type of people, who aren't afraid to have that conversation. Yes, it is uncomfortable, but it's better to let it out. I mean, people go to therapy. They push mental health. Think of this as therapy. A session to,
it's more
talk
like,
and be free to speak your mind.
Yeah, there you go.
In a non-judgmental place. This is just people putting facts together. It's like a Discord. Hey, I found this piece of information. Oh, I found this piece of information. Let's put it together and, find it's like a giant scavenger hunt or treasure hunt.
Well, here's the thing, man. Speak your mind. I am a big endorser of free speech. All speech should be free speech. That includes hate speech. That includes controversial speech. And it accomplishes a lot of things because at the end of the day, the truth gets out there. And also, some of these weird motherfuckers that be, thinking a certain type of way, they can speak their truth and we can point them out. Hey, investigate that guy. Hey, check his browser history.
I can see that.
All speech should be free speech. That's just what I'm saying. As somebody that's been canceled on a lot of social media platforms, and we live in a country that,
I told y'all
founded on that.
He's probably overqualified.
Let's keep it a band, man. Let's follow through on that. All right. These are words at the end of the day. They ain't gonna hurt you. Okay. It's like paying a ticket to go to a comedy show, and then you get offended at the comedy show. Hey, stupid. We got your money. Okay. You paid your money to come and hear jokes, and then you got a problem with that. That's beyond me, man. We just trying to keep it a band, but I'm gonna let SeeJayy, go ahead and present what we gonna cook on first.
Yeah, before we get into it, man, shout out to Two Studios out here in Riverside, man, letting us, use the spot. Again, we just getting started. So, watch out for the level up, as we ascend and transform, the whole production. But yeah, this has been a big project of mine. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Shout out to Justice Rap For Me podcast. You can catch us doing that too. But yeah, just kind of going through that whole experience and then meeting people and figuring out how it works. So finally doing it. I got my boy Toss here with me. So yeah, the construction hats, man. Again, like I was saying, fourth wall. Think of it as us breaking down barriers. We got white hat over here. So you guys can always hashtag white hat.
I wanted the black hat.
Whenever you guys are feeling, what he was saying for the day. Let me just say what the white hat is. So you don't feel like, because, yeah, true. I did pull the black card, which I rarely do because black people don't even give me a black card. I got to earn that. So I did pull it in this case, and I said, yeah, first dibs, black person gets a black hat. So, but the white hat is special in its own way. The white hat represents someone who's easy to find in the workplace of construction. So they're it's kind of like they're a boss.
Don't let that definition epitomize what I'm about, but I put it like this, man. My boy SeeJayy over here, he's more of a Martin Luther King type of person, okay? I'm a Malcolm X type of person. I ride out like Malcolm, all right? I'm going to just leave it like that. As you were saying, SeeJayy.
That one, but anyway, the white hat does represent someone who needs, they're easy to spot when someone needs help or assistance. So when someone needs help to understand something, they call on you. You're kind of an executive, supervisor, site manager,
I mean, I understand the premise, but You know, I'm not a man of titles. I don't really care about all that stuff. But hey, look, for the sake of the show, we gonna go with it, man. You know?
The black hat, while the color is less common, which is true, I'm not.
Is it less common?
I'm a rare breed. Sometimes it's used to indicate management positions like a boss or a foreperson. So black hard hats are often worn by oil rig workers, electricians who keep things high voltage. So that makes sense. That makes sense. So I don't think I'm a Martin Luther King. I say like no. I say like a Nelson Mandela.
I mean, it's the same thing. Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, they both kind of they fall in the same sort of like.
I'm like, it's Mandela effect. You ever heard about that Mandela effect?
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar.
So it's
with
like,
that.
did that really? I'm more like, damn, did that guy really? I'm more like a mystery.
I mean, look, I'm talking about from a philosophical perspective. I say you more of a MLK because you're more of you have a wider reach. You know, you're more of like, hey, let's all be a big community.
Sure.
You know, where for me, look, man, I ain't for everybody. All right, I'm more of like, I ride out like Malcolm. Okay, I'm more like, can't trust you. I know what you about. We're going to keep it in-house, all right? We're going to try to do our own thing. And I could delve into that a little bit more. I'm going to try to keep it TOS, okay?
Yeah, we'll find out, yeah.
You guys could be the judge, okay? You guys could be the judge. But for me, my philosophy, I'm a little bit more traditional, conservative, tradcon, if you want to call it that. At the end of the day, I ride with the truth. I ride with God. And wherever that takes me, that's where that takes me. So sometimes the truth can be uncomfortable to some of y'all, man. I could guarantee you right now, some of y'all people going to get mad at me, all right? But I'm all about the smoke. And
well, let's cheers to that.
Yeah.
To the fourth wall.
Cheers. You know what I'm saying? This is seltzer, all right? To all my Muslim brothers out there, Allahu Akbar.
So, yeah, man, from there, let's get into the topics, man. I mean, something that happened over the weekend. I mean, I'll ask you, it's kind of a trick question when you talk to people. I don't want to say like us, because I was having a conversation with the OG during the week about sports. He's like, I don't like sports. And you can, when I say that, you probably know what I'm talking about, right? When someone says I don't like sports, he's a Muslim brother too.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably he sees the big thing, well, the whole purpose of sports. You know what I'm saying? It's entertainment, but it's also a tool that's being used on the mass majority of people to keep them distracted from a lot of things that's going on within the background.
Exactly.
So that being said, I'm guessing we're gonna get into the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, you're going into the Super Bowl. He said he went to the Super Bowl like a barbecue thing with some buddies, but he just stands outside. I was like, that's too extreme. Like some people, like some OGs, they're too extreme. They're just like, I don't even like music. I don't listen to music because, and I'm like, I get it. Like, but maybe that's just me. I'm a creative. Also, I'm very competitive. So it's like, but I was explaining to him, I was like, yo, I also, something that may not be good for you or whatever you think, like the temptation may come from it. It's like, I also kind of see these things. Like I want the experience. I want the knowledge. So that way, like if someone's talking to me, you can kind of blend in, you can kind of assimilate when you need to. It's like, hey, did you see the game? It's like, oh yeah, I saw the game. Mahomes was crazy. He, it's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, now he thinks I'm, and he was like, well, what about, when you do that, then they think you're one of them. I was like, oh, gee, you're too far. You're too far. You gotta, it's a new day and age, but I'm like, if it does come to that, I'm just kind of like, say something outlandish. If they're kind of like, oh man, you're kind of weird. Then it's like, all right, now you're, now we're back to square one. But, yeah, man, over the weekend, Super Bowl, happened. Everybody watched it, even people who don't watch football. I had a friend whose sister doesn't watch football, but she only watched it because Taylor Swift was at the game. I'm gonna let you know how I felt real quick because I know you got your feelings too. But sure, it felt scripted, right? But I felt like it was a good job. It was entertaining. The game was entertaining itself. The halftime show was amazing. You know, shout out to Usher. Yeah, it was just the script. It's one of those things where it's like a Jason Statham movie. It's action. You know it's gonna be action. You know it's gonna be dudes getting their face kicked in and all that stuff. But is the movie gonna be good? As long as it's good and entertaining, the story is kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. Then, but if you start seeing like the action stunt doubles or like trash and stuff like that, it's like, come on, this was a bad production. But no, man, I thought it was a good setup. What I didn't like was commercials are trash. Commercials are trash.
We'll get to the commercials later. But.
Yeah, we'll get to the commercials. But no, off top, commercials are trash. I think it was stupid. They were having trailers for Super Bowl commercials. Like 2 weeks before, they were like, oh, stay tuned for the Super Bowl. There's going to be a commercial. I'm like, bro, we got that far? Like, just show a damn commercial. Like, y'all putting money into. But yeah, man. Yeah, how did you feel about that, man?
So here's the thing. This is a part of the show where we lay down the foundation, all right? A lot of components with this Super Bowl. It's almost as if they went out of their way to galvanize as many eyes and attention as possible to this specific event, which to accomplish their other goal of taking attention away from some of the crazy shit that was going on in the background. So look just look at the company here, all right? You got all these celebrities that have no business hanging out with each other, all right? What the hell is Ice Spice doing?
Yeah, Ice Spice
hanging out with Taylor Swift. That's all these celebrities, man. Ice Spice over here throwing. Look, hey, Ice Spice over here throwing this up. Okay, if you know, you know. All right. If you see anybody throwing this up, you see anybody doing this, you see anybody doing this, you see anybody, throwing up horns like this, you see anybody doing this. If you know. You know, all right? They all within the same company.
That was random.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then, Taylor Swift, yeah, she got that influence. You got to bring in the Swifties, right? More eyes coming in.
She just got initiated.
She been initiated.
No.
This might be
Ice Spice. Maybe that was her initiation. It was like,
oh, she been initiated too. This is just more like you went up another ladder. Yeah,
exactly.
She went up another ladder.
She was like industry plant. All right, let's see what you can do. She did, because you can't drop no song called "Fart" and people. Come on, man.
So here's the thing.
They used to make fun of stuff like this. Remember back in the day on like Boondocks, they were like, "We're gonna have songs that's like so." And look, it's happening. It's happening.
This just speaks to the status of the dumbing down of society that they doing. All right, she got a song called "Fart."
They were like,
right?
they were like, "We're gonna have you drop a song called Fart." And she's like, come on, guys, like, really? Like, we gonna go that low? They're like,
I guarantee you this much. She wasn't saying, no, come on, guys. They gave her the bag. She's from New York. She's like, how much you gonna pay me? I bet. These people have no shame. They do what they do what they gotta do. Regardless, she's over there. Swifties over there. You got the Swifties in there. Okay. It's Black History Month, so you do all black cast for the halftime show. You know what I'm saying? The game, in the first half, the game was going whatever. It was like a mediocre type of game. There's only 3 points on the board. Yeah, the second half was a good game. Went to overtime. But here's the thing. Okay? So you got all these things going on. You did everything within your power to galvanize as much of the general population as possible to watch this game. You understand? Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened behind the scenes?
I mean, a lot of.
So during this game, I mean, obviously we all know what's going on in Palestine. You know what I'm saying? They're over here bombing motherfuckers. They're trying to. They killing babies. Okay, they were doing that, and then also, by the way, there was you're Nigerian, okay? A Nigerian family that was they were like big people in terms of like the stock market in Nigeria, and they also own they were the people that ran a specific bank over there that rivals the Federal Reserve, and they were on their way to the Super Bowl. 6 billionaires in that plane, all dead with their family, all gone, the whole lineage dead, gone. Is it on the news? No.
I mean,
perfect time for that to happen, right?
Maybe.
Perfect time for that to happen. It's one of them hits that happened. You know, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to that.
I don't know if I'll go that deep into it, but you're definitely right. It is it's a distraction. It's like some type of hypnosis.
Here's the other thing too, man. The game went to overtime. Did any of this shit make sense? The game they forgot about the run game. They don't forgot about you got Christian McCaffrey, you don't forgot about the run game.
Supposedly the Niners didn't even know
they didn't know they didn't. That's a convenient thing to say, right? Oh, we didn't know about the overtime.
I mean,
rules.
again, like we were talking earlier about the moon and stuff like I don't care, man.
No, but here's the thing:
it's the Chiefs.
They forgot about the overtime rules.
Shout
the
out Patrick
Chiefs,
Mahomes, man, young Brady.
Yeah, sure. You know, Patrick. Yeah, okay, whatever. Good for you, Patrick Mahomes. You definitely won because your boy wanted to go ahead and do this little thing. You know, Mr. Pfizer wanted to get with Taylor Swift. You feel me? So obviously they had to win the game for them to, you know, to show that we all knew it was coming, man. They had betting websites putting on how much y'all want to bet Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce gonna kiss on cam. Of course, man. We saw this coming. The script, it was so scripted.
It was cool though. I mean, again, Usher, great halftime performance.
Yeah, great halftime performance, Usher.
Was cool.
Especially seeing you with Alicia Keys over there, man. Ain't she married?
Yeah, there was.
How you think Swiss feel about that?
They just see maybe that's the thing that they try to do with black people, try to pit them against each other. Like, hey, we need y'all to be sexual, and then blah blah blah. But Swiss Beats, shout out Swiss Beats, he knew how to handle the situation. He got on, social media. He was like, y'all talking about the wrong thing. And he said,
oh yeah, that's a great thing.
This is a beautiful moment, for black people. And he's right, man. It's February. Instead of tearing black people apart, they're trying to do that stuff, man.
Sure, man. I'll tell you this one.
On national television, they try to get another man on another man's wife.
I mean, sure, but hey, look,
on national
Usher,
television. But we understand, just it's entertainment purposes.
Usher ain't had to do all that though.
So
wouldn't let that happen to me though.
Blinded by it.
Wouldn't let that happen to me though.
Nah, man. It was a good Super Bowl. Yeah, speaking of bets, man, do you have any predictions on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on their relationship? I mean, the script's over.
Look,
so what's next for them?
First and foremost, that ain't a real relationship.
Hey.
I'm gonna come right out and say it because I just need people to look back at this too. Look at Travis Kelce's prior girlfriends. All right, the man was.
Yeah, I remember.
He had a pretty good batting average, okay? This is the thing about this podcast, man. We all about pattern recognition. When you look at the pattern of what this dude was going for with Taylor Swift, it ain't adding up, man. It ain't adding up. You done look, status-wise, you might have went up here.
That's what I'm saying. He was probably doing for the status. If it's Taylor Swift, it's like
looks-wise, personally speaking, all right?
Yeah.
Not even looks-wise. I'm just talking about just overall, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but again, it was according to the script, right? They were like, hey, Travis, this is the script. We got Taylor Swift to sign on. She's like, she's going to be your girlfriend throughout the season. We're going to make it a storybook type of. He was like, all right, yeah. All right. You see, Travis Kelce, he's a superstar now. You think about back in the days when you would see like those old, Dan Marino and stuff in commercials, O.J. Simpson commercials, Michael Jordan in commercials. Like, we forget, like, that's a big thing. For like athletes Kelce to actually be. Travis Kelce's in a lot. He's in, doing a lot of, commercials, acting stuff. So he's a superstar.
Doing a lot of commercials.
So, yeah, they hit him up. He was like,
doing a lot of Pfizer commercials too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the end of the, this is when I know that's why I know they got him. All right.
Sure.
How the hell do you? How
he's playing his role. You got those people like
playing your role. You just sell your soul, take a bag for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, again, there's a difference.
I'll never forget that look, man. You had a little Band-Aid on, just smiling to the camera like this. You got me fucked up, man. Come on, bro.
But nah, it was just wild. They were trying to give him credit for the fade, and they're trying to give Taylor Swift the credit for swag surfing.
Oh,
it's like, come on, man. Like, y'all can't be like. We understand there's a script, but don't twist the history. Like, make your own story.
This is what I'm saying.
They're trying to give the culture up. They're trying to give it away to, but it's all good, man. It was shout out to the script writers from the NFL.
Shout out to the script writers. I mean, I guess,
Shout out to the script writers.
Okay, you know what? Shout out to the script writers.
NFL was getting boring. It was getting boring.
Yeah, you got to make it entertaining. But for the large majority of people out there, again, real recognize real, right? Person you was talking about earlier, the Muslim brother that see what sports really is. This is what it is. It's a tool designed to keep you distracted from the other shit they're doing in the background to try and F you over, to try and get more control. This is a battle of the minds. World War III has already started, okay? It's not guns and, going into like the battlefield type. It's more spiritual. You're fighting against the flesh. You're fighting against different entities, okay? Demons are real. Look at Ice Spice, all right? They made that bitch in a lab, all right? Where are her parents? Here's what I want people to do, man. Find pictures of her parents.
I think her mom's come out.
You know what? You're right. Her mom's a baddie. I ain't gonna lie. Aside from that, man. Aside from that, she might be an actor too, because I don't see no resemblance between them two. But her mom is a baddie though. I'm not even gonna cap.
Yeah, but it was a big event. I think it was they said it was the biggest television broadcast since the moon landing in 1969.
Very convenient.
Biggest television broadcast, obviously with streaming, or maybe that adds to it, because I know it was on Amazon Prime was streaming it. I believe they're streaming the Super Bowl, some other streaming platforms, or Paramount Plus or something like that. They streamed it on Nickelodeon. I think that's what made them the money right there, because they were having SpongeBob and Patrick.
I mean, I'm sure that was a component to it to definitely.
Yeah, they had it on. They
galvanize the youth a little bit and feed into nostalgia.
SpongeBob and them doing the whatever, but
like I said, man, see, this is me getting a little too Malcolm X-y on here, okay? Because I'm somebody that loves sports. I'm somebody that was a sports fanatic.
Exactly.
Okay. But now I look back at it and it's kind of cringe, because it's like, what am I gaining from this? Why am I cheering for these grown ass men? And I ain't making no money off this. Until I started betting. Now I think about it. If I'm not betting on these games, why the hell am I cheering on people? Except for Kobe, man. Kobe the homie. But other than that, it's just like you see it. You see it for what it is. It's a tool designed to keep you in line. There's the motherfuckers out here literally fighting for their teams that they don't even play on. The people in the stands fighting each other because my team is better.
It's
you don't know these people personally, man.
It gives a purpose in a way.
Isn't that sad though?
No,
isn't that sad?
It's not sad. It's just one of those things where it's you wish that you weren't aware of it or conscious of it. Because sometimes, like me personally, sometimes I feel jealous of people who are like oblivious. Because I'm like, damn, like, if you knew this was a distraction, like you would see, like, it's more to this than that,
Well, this is me just saying, as somebody that's been there as a fan, and now I see it from a more macro level, the tool that it is. Because at the end of the day,
that's different. You've never been that crazy to when you're fighting somebody or.
I mean, come on, man. We was
a diehard fan.
People was fading up back in middle school. You know what I'm saying? It's like
a diehard fan is someone who like that's kind of their like they kind of. Some people need that. Again, some people need that to like they need a not necessarily a purpose, but something to look forward to every Sunday. Like, Sunday, is the day that my team plays. I'm gonna root on my team.
Sure.
It's you grow up with it. It's a ritual type thing. You're just like,
Two key words you just said right there.
Yeah, I understand.
Ritual,
understand. Yes.
Purpose.
And that was those are
those two
planted
things
in there on purpose. But
right, planted. These are things. Look at the pattern right here. They try to turn this into a ritual for y'all people, man. They try to have you practice idolatry to hold these celebrities and these athletes and stuff to a higher pedestal, to where it's almost as if like they're trying to make you replace God. Okay? That's just what the pattern recognition, man. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I think it takes away because, I mean, personally, Sundays is church day for me. So it's like.
Well, actually,
I'm not really
Saturday should be the church day, but we could save that for a different.
Church can be every day. I'm just saying, Sunday is a church day for me. If I have, work to do on Sundays, like I have a podcast to shoot or some show to do, then that's me. I try to be better. Yeah, man, it just depends. Some people aren't religious, so they're like, oh, you know what? But yeah, the fact they put on a Sunday is kind of like, damn, like really? But there's games in the afternoon, there's highlights. There's ways to go about it differently depending on how strong you are in your religion or whatever. So that's why like the OG was telling me like, oh, I didn't even watch it because of temptation. I'm like, okay, I respect that. Exactly. You don't even want to get into it because you're afraid that, oh, you might, me, I know myself, I know my limits. So it's like, I just want the knowledge, experience. So that way when I'm on the outside, it's like I can still communicate that information with somebody.
I mean, look, we living in the time of Revelations, okay? We living in the book of Revelations right now. So a lot of things that was in the dark is going to come to the light. And more, a lot of these sporting events, a lot of these, over the top, even award shows and stuff like that, more and more people, once they become more and more spiritually awake, will see it for what it actually is. So I'm just trying to echo, again, some of this is my personal beliefs. A lot of this is just me echoing for the people, man. For the streets, from the 951 to the 213, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm talking. If you know what's going on, just understand it. Stop idolizing these celebrities. Stop it.
I was talking to another guy. He was telling me that before we would have statues of like Jesus and stuff like that, the Mary Magdalene or whatever, but slowly, once we got to the Renaissance era, they started making statues of themselves.
Right, yeah, them European, them
and
Romans
then now
being into some weird
look, recently
stuff.
It's funny because as soon as we had that conversation, they dropped that Kobe statue. I'm like, dang, they're trying to immortalize, humans. So I'm like, yeah, that there's a point to that,
Well, look,
but again, you just got to know. I love Kobe to death.
Right.
But you're never going to see me saying praise Kobe, blah, 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 like putting everything down, for Kobe Bryant. But there's a limit. You just got to know your limits, and you got to be aware. That's the main. You just got to be aware of like what's going on.
Listen, man, there's two sides, okay, to the upcoming war at hand. There's two sides, okay? You on the other side or you on God's side, all right? Sooner you can understand which team you want to play for, that's how you're going to move. But shit's going to hit the fan at some point in time, and you better know how to maneuver, all right? That's all I'm saying. Just be spiritually aware, and this is just me saying it, man. I live in Hollywood. I've been around these celebrities, okay? I've been around these artists and these athletes and stuff like that, and I'm going to tell you right now, even though it looks like they got all this money and they live in the life, they all slaves too. They serve a common master. Selling your soul is a real thing, okay? You go to some of these Hollywood parties, if you see the black and white checkerboard floors, if you see motherfuckers drinking out of a cup that you think is wine and it ain't really wine, okay? You see people over here with a bunch of doors, okay? Once it hits 2 a.m. and people start changing up, it takes one of those parties for you to realize, hey, man, I know which side I'm going on, all right? Money comes and goes. But the soul is immortal. You give that up, you're going to find the consequences. You're going to see what you really gave up. That's how I'm going to leave it, man.
Make sure to put who you're rocking with right now. Sometimes this guy can get a little too
who y'all rocking
too
with
deep
right now?
into it. White hat, #White Hat for my boy Tausifur the philosopher. #Black Hat for your boy SeeJayy the architect. And also leave down in the comments what you think is gonna happen with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. You think they're gonna last? Till by the time the next season starts? Do you think they're gonna break up? And remember, I was telling you, I was like, they try to make Travis Kelce aggressive with Andy Reid, so that way they can foreshadow, like, if Taylor Swift ever came out like, yeah, we had issues, I got this bruise, and yeah, there was a little argument, and it's like, oh, this guy, yeah, he has history of, because they put that on him. They're like, yeah, go to him. They know what he's doing. They can say, hey, don't put the camera on him, but they know to put the camera on him. Why? For receipts. So that way they have like scenes and stuff to edit, and so that's my prediction. I think something's gonna happen. But I also have hope for them. I hope they last.
I have
think
my
they make a
opinion
cute
on
couple.
that. My opinion is, who the hell cares, man?
A lot of
Who
people
the
care.
hell-
A lot of people care.
Here's my thing. Why do you care? Why? How does this affect your life? Is those type of people are almost as weird as people that care about the royal family. Who gives a damn? Why do we care about these people?
Again,
Family full of thieves.
It's their purpose.
I be going on Twitter. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. A couple times I got banned on Twitter. I was talking reckless on the royal family. I be on there like, who gives a damn? They said what's his name? The King Charles got cancer or some shit like that. You heard about that?
Recently?
Yeah. He got cancer.
I haven't heard of it.
Hey,
I
look.
don't follow him.
It's one of the reckless parts of the show, man. I was like, and so
I mean, he's an older dude. And he got money. I mean,
the man's a demon. That's all I'm saying, man.
you mean they're king now, right?
Why are they king?
He's trying to ban smoking. That's a good thing.
What? Oh my God,
Shout
man.
out to the king, man.
No, fuck the king. All right,
All hail the king.
all the British people out here, fuck the king, fuck the queen,
All
fuck the
hail the
whole
king.
family, man. I don't give a damn about that whole family. They ain't do nothing for you. Why don't they pay taxes, huh? They ain't do nothing for you. What did they do? They stole shit from other cultures and stuff like that. Give back the treasures. Give that back.
Treasure.
How about that? You wanna live up to your name? Give it back. Hey, cough it up.
But yeah, you guys leave your comments down there. What you think is gonna happen with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? Because the Swifties do care, and we want to hear your opinions because we care about you guys too. Well, at least I do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't give a damn about y'all Swifties, man.
But,
I think you should do some more self-evaluation. Fix things. Fix your relationship with your father. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, start with that. Thank me later.
Staying on the topic of Taylor Swift and music and stuff like that, because she's doing her own thing. She's changing the market for countries. She's boosting markets.
Is she a country singer? Is she really? I thought she popped.
No. I mean for like different countries, like where she goes on tour.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
But hey, country too. Beyonce during the Super Bowl, she said she's dropping a country album. I think she dropped 2 songs. So yeah, from Swifties to the BeyHives.
I mean, I guess you got to switch up the lane a little bit, right? Because Taylor Swift is taking that that crown of high priestess witch. You know,
guess. Even Shannon Sharp, he was like, Taylor Swift is changing the culture more than she's affecting the culture more than Beyonce.
That's a reckless thing to say.
That's
but
that's a bold take. It's a bold take.
But regardless, man, me personally, man, well, I can't even say me personally. Some of the streets is talking about this too. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, in their lanes, there's a lot of people saying they witches. Okay, so, Beyonce be into that voodoo stuff. Look up Beyonce's drummer. Okay, there's a drummer that used to work with Beyonce. Listen to her story. Listen to what she got to say. Google it. And we gonna come back to it at some point.
Why is everybody who used to work for someone always gonna want to talk after?
Well, why did they want to? Hey, look, you're a drummer for Beyonce. You're getting paid buckets of money. What would make you leave that? Some weird shit gotta happen for you to leave that, right?
Fired. He probably got replaced. And they're mad. They're like, "Oh, I'm a."
There's a difference between getting fired and quitting. She quit.
Nah.
Saw some stuff.
Beyonce
It involved goats.
I do agree with you that she does see that. I don't know. Maybe Taylor Swift is. I don't know. I don't know how she feels because Jay-Z's not really that type of dude to where he sees someone else going off. He's like, oh, let me go back into the spotlight. Beyonce, I mean, she has her eras or phases, but for her to go country is pretty wild. Even country radio stations aren't playing her songs. They're like they're refusing to play it because obviously, I mean, I don't know if it's because she's black or they just know her for, pop. But even if it's pop, I mean, I hear country pop. But anyway, I think callers had to call in and be like, hey, you better play that Beyonce. I mean, before they started playing her song on the radio. So
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm the last person to be talking about country music whatsoever. But
I like country music.
Well, hey, look, it's one of us. All right. But that being said, man,
I might do a country album.
That'll be the day. That being said, man, when it comes to country music, just
country musical. I could do that.
I mean, look, do what you want to do. It's a free country. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but you know, it is what it is. But country music itself, the inner culture within it, I think aside from what's that dude named Darius Rucker, you know, I haven't really seen a lot of brothers in the or sisters in the country music lane. There's a
sure, you're right.
But you know, I think
It's like hockey
again. There's like politics that goes into it. Are they gonna like try to, you know,
that's what
elevate
I'm saying.
her shit?
Yeah, it's like, well, you got to go again. Now you got country people like, nah, I got my artists like Beyonce. Nah. But again, it's like, come on, like, let's just focus on the art. Like, we don't have to put. That's where you know the entertainment and the behind the scenes stuff come into play. Because
this is where the culture
we can never enjoy the
starts.
art. We can never just enjoy the sport. Because you got guys, the All-Star game. The All-Star game was earlier today, and dudes are just giving up points. Like no one's putting in any effort because it's just like, oh, it's for entertainment purposes. Oh, we're supposed to play like this and do it's like scripted. No one's putting it, you know, and it just takes away from that real, authentic competitiveness. You know, same with art. It takes away from the actual like art. Like, what are people actually liking? If you're not even playing someone else, it's like, well, how do we know if people actually like this other artist if you're not even playing their music? So that's kind of where, it takes, the whole entertainment and business side of it and behind the scenes stuff. But, that's just my take on it. But that's coming from an artist. Some people might not even realize that stuff,
I mean, I think when it comes to country music, this is just another one of them opportunities where it's like, it's going to get controversial. The people writing the scripts are going to make it a culture war. You know what I'm saying? It's just another opportunity to create more divisiveness. You get what I'm trying to say? Where some people, hey, I ain't going to lie, man. Some white people they're going to feel a little uncomfortable. They're going to be like, oh, man, they're trying to take over our country music now, too. That's what's ultimately probably going to happen. And, you know how black people are, man. They more than often, they more saucy at revolutionizing something, okay?
Hey,
so if they get into the country music lane,
Lil
they
Nas
probably gonna
X,
take it over.
Lil Nas X, that Old Town Road was a hit.
Well, I got my own theories about that, okay? That's for a different show, all right? That was...
it was a hit. Billy Ray Cyrus, that was a hit.
Yeah, got a lot of kids into that. Got a lot of kids loving that song, and then he dropped another song out right after that one. What did he drop? He do twerking on the devil, and you got all these kids looking at dude twerking on the devil, right? Different episode. We're gonna talk about for different episode, but again, music, another tool.
Yeah.
Another tool being used to influence.
We'll see what this whole Beyonce into country is doing. Like what narrative or what agenda is being. I don't know. I always thought, why does Beyonce always look white? Why does she always look like she always has like the long blonde hair. Every other white or black, singer, they never have like you see Nicki Minaj, but she does like bright, vibrant. Beyonce always looks kind of like she's like a white girl, but she's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Ever since she left Destiny Child, I don't know. But she always has like a long, because even in the country, the pictures for the cover, she actually looks like a cowgirl.
I mean, look, man. All I could say is Beyonce.
I think we're gonna figure some things out from this country. I think it's gonna answer a lot of questions.
I don't think that's the same Beyonce, man. Remember how Gucci Mane went to prison and he just came out looking all different? I think at some point in time, man, the Beyonce that was there after Destiny's Child, once he got with Jay-Z, it's like a metamorphosis that started happening, man. But yeah, I could go down a rabbit hole on that.
We'll find out. I mean, we got time before the album comes out, so we'll see what's going on. I'm sure we're gonna hear about Beyonce now. I mean, Taylor Swift had her time now. That was Beyonce's turn.
Right. It's her opportunity to counter strike.
More into music, man. Kanye West dropped his album Vultures, which actually, as we're speaking, it went number one.
As it should.
Number one, yeah.
I mean, that was gonna be a given, but what did you think about the album, man? What did you? Because I'll tell you what I thought.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of controversy behind it. I mean, again, it just comes from those perspectives where it's like, can you split the art from what's going on behind the scenes? So I have that mentality where I have like to, yeah, I mean, maybe that's because I'm crazy. I don't know, but I have like two personalities. One that's the art, one that's like the, you know, normal business type. So I see both ways he's coming at it. And it's like on the artist side, you can appreciate the artistry. Obviously he's experimenting like he always does. No way is this better than, you know, anything else he's done. You know, it's hard to really, you know, put it against anything else he's done. But you can appreciate it. That's all I can say. And that's I'm a fan. I'm a Kanye fan. Am I delusional? No. But it was, you know, it was interesting. It was interesting. There's some songs on there I was like, you know, I was really feeling, you know, had on repeat. Back to Me was when I heard off the leak. I was like, I was glad that was on there. I know you you hated the fact that the Backstreet Boys cut didn't make it on there.
I mean, they was really leaking that one, and that was one of the songs I'm sure a lot of people was looking. I mean, they call it Vultures 1, so I'm guessing a Vultures 2.
Yeah, maybe they'll have it on. Yeah, maybe.
But here's my take, man. Okay, Kanye, you had the last couple years with you, man. You done went through some real shit, you know? You done talked a lot. You done said a lot of things. Why wasn't that in the album, though? A lot of these songs, man, was just about the same old thing. You talking about bitches. You talking about getting money. Okay, man, we get it. We heard that Kanye before, but
I think it was still trying to, because, again, there were some cuts on there like Paid.
This is a good song. That's a club song. Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign for carrying most of those songs.
Did carry, yeah, he did his thing. Like everything he touched, like all his like features and stuff like that, he did his thing. Like, man, and really shout out to him, because you know the controversy that's gonna come. Oh, this guy's working with Kanye. He didn't care about none of that. He's out there doing his thing. Shout out Ty Dolla $ign, man. I've always been a fan of his. This just makes me more.
Yeah, that's cool. But here's the thing I'll say, man. And look, this is gonna be stretching a little too much. All right, the Kanye that was talking that real stuff, I think he might have been compromised. Okay, if you do your own research, there's a Kanye seen in public that's about 5'8". Okay, walking around. You know, that's the real Kanye. There's another Kanye that be walking around suspiciously 6'1". Okay,
I think it's the boots, man.
It ain't the boots, man. Them boots ain't got no heels on them. All right,
it's inside.
Motherfucker be walking around like
they're inside. There's like an elevator inside.
Because that Kanye, when they talk to that Kanye, he be apologizing for what he said.
I think as you get older, as I've kind of experienced, as you get older, you kind of just stop apologizing. You don't want to apologize anymore.
Right, that would make more sense.
So he's just like, you know.
So why is that Kanye apologizing for what he said? It doesn't match up.
Because he knows. Again, it's a business. He knows that.
But if you're already 10 toes deep, they already took your billions, man.
So you're right. He is 10. Once you're 10 toes deep. His thing is, once he's in something, it's like, now you can't go back. He's in too deep now on that persona of, you know.
I don't know,
what
man.
He said in the last two songs, I actually, Problematic and King, I thought were dope. Because he's actually spitting, he's actually saying, like, what you're looking for.
Yeah, but there should be more songs like that in the album.
Yeah, but again, he's trying to sell. Like, you can tell he's trying to get back into, like, that. Like a household.
Here's the other thing
he's
too.
He's trying to use this new. Again, he's so 10 toes deep. It's like, how do I market myself back? He still knows he's a business. He's like, how do I market myself back? He still has to make radio hits, but in a way that's still Kanye. And I felt like I can appreciate that he tried to do that. A lot of this stuff was like, what, like kind of, you know. But again, I appreciate and understand. Like, okay, he's trying to do this. He had the Super Bowl spot for the commercial. Dropped everything on his site, $20. He made like 19 mil first day. Like he knows what he was doing.
Yeah, smart business move. Very good.
Someone even told me he was like, someone even told me he was like, oh, everything was 200. He sold everything for 200 before. Told everyone, hey, I'm gonna refund you back. Everything's $20 now. It was like a loan. This was like back in December last year. December.
Look, I'm not arguing.
Let me get a free loan. Okay, now we good? All right, you guys, let me give you guys back your cut back.
I'm not arguing against that. I think it was a great business move. It was a great way to make as much of a profit and market yourself the best way possible. I'm not arguing against that. This is the only thing, again, pattern recognition, what doesn't line up. You said you're walking with Jesus now, right? You said you're walking with Christ. You're over here rapping about,
I don't know, man.
Big booty bitches don't fall out the sky no more.
I feel like it was just a phase. feel like
What?
it was a phase.
This is why. And look, this is gonna
Once
be.
he won Grammy for gospel, he's like, all right, I conquer gospel. Let me move on. It was one of those.
Is he really walking with Christ? This is why I say the streets is talking. Some people saying there's 2 Kanyes out there. Okay, there's one that's 5'8". This is the other one that's just somehow 6'1". Okay, it seems like there's 2 of them. They say he's bipolar, right? Is he really bipolar? Or is there two? Is there 2 Kanyes, man? Because one of them be talking the truth. Shout out Kanye. All right. Last year in October, he woke up a lot of people. I think that was a huge thing he did when he was talking facts. Watch the documentary. Go watch Hebrews to Negroes, man. Go watch it. Shout out Kyrie. Shout out all the people out there that was talking about facts. And you see what happened. You see them same people try to silence him all quickly like that. Take his money. Take his sponsorships.
So that's why he's trying
He went into exile, just like Dave Chappelle. He disappeared off the map for like a cool minute.
Dave Chappelle chose to go off. Kanye, he just...
I mean, look, you look into the Dave Chappelle thing.
We've talked, there's speculation on that too. But you're right. I'm thinking, and again, I was seeing reviews on it. Anthony Fantano actually gave his review and just like, he called the album unreviewable, which again, I felt was like too much. I felt like maybe it was a little bit into his feelings.
Pussy.
I mean, anything's... Hey, I didn't say all that.
Pussy. I'm going to say it.
But any type of art, the art can be reviewable. Don't say this is unreviewable. It's an album with music, sound in your ears, lyrics. Give it a 1. Give it a 0. You can't say something's unreviewable. That kind of shows you're kind of being, there's
you're
emotion
not really
involved.
about it, man.
There's emotion involved. But I also understand if you have some, ties to, that side, it's like you don't want to. So, yeah, but.
Nah, I don't understand that. I think that's stupid, man. I think you let words
I just feel
affect
like
you like that.
if you're a reviewer, you should be able to review regardless of if you're, biases or whatever.
Yeah, if you're going to review it. Stop being a little bitch and not listen to the album, man. Go in there.
No, he listened to it, so it's like you listen to it for no reason.
But then you go come out like it's unreviewable. I just can't. Shut the hell up, man.
So don't even review it. Don't even put out a video.
I hate that culture.
You're unreviewing is reviewing it pretty much.
I hate that stupid ass culture.
Maybe I'm just over it. Maybe
even if I disagree with something, I'm still gonna check it out. I'm gonna try to understand the other perspective. It's just like these people that go to a comedy show and they get offended. Like you paid money to go. What the hell? These are words. All right. Take it as art.
Exactly, yeah.
Don't take it up the colon, man. Just take it as art. Do your damn job. Anthony Fantano, you're supposed to be a music reviewer. Review the music. Stop trying to virtue signal. I'm tired of that culture, man. Y'all gotta get the hell out of your feelings, man. Just take it for what it is. These are words. It's art. It's another person's perspective. Either listen to it, try to understand it, but when you complain about it,
or don't listen to it, but don't listen to it and then
don't tell us like, oh, I couldn't listen to it because I just don't condone it. We don't care, man.
Yeah, man. But shout out Anthony Fantano, man. I'm a fan. I watch your reviews all the time, man. Review my shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't really care about you, Anthony Fantano. So I can't even like reciprocate that same sort of sentiment. But hey, all I gotta tell you is do your job, man. Do your job. Stop trying to be like the rest of these people trying to virtue signal and all that stuff, man. You a music reviewer? Do your damn job.
Well, yeah, he had a lot of people come back, people to defend Kanye. So maybe I'm one of those people. I don't know. But I'm just saying, put all the biases aside. Just review the music if that's your job, if that's what you say you are. Lastly, getting to the Killer Mike. Shout out to Killer Mike. He swept the Grammys in the rap category for Best Rap Song, Performance, Rap Album of the Year. People were some people were upset, but I mean that's how it's always going to be. If your guy doesn't win, you're going to be like, oh, this is rigged or scripted. People were upset Travis didn't win for Utopia or Drake in 21 for Her Loss. But I remember talking to you guys, you and our buddies in the chat. I was like, oh, the Killer Mike album was dope. Like if it's not for hype, like he should win, and he ended up winning. But along with him winning, he got arrested. And they showed him getting arrested on national television.
They had to put it on camera, huh? Yeah, you noticed that, right? Another pattern recognition here. Why is it that all the time in these award shows, man, there's a pattern where it's like a black man can't just be successful at something. They got to go through a humiliation ritual. Oh, Killer Mike won, but we going to film him getting arrested. It's like he
for
had
something that was alleged.
Alleged.
It's for an alleged assault or something like that.
Will
Alleged
Smith
assault.
won Best Actor. Oh, but he got to go up there and slap Chris Tucker across the face, and now he can't be in the Oscars for God knows how long.
Yeah, But even then, I mean, the flip side of that, why didn't they arrest Will Smith? Or I guess higher up, there's different levels of humiliation.
Again, man,
because Killer Mike's a rapper, the Grammys are more for like artists, like musicians. So it's like, yeah, have a cop car come out there and take them. The Oscars is more, extravagant, higher,
extravagant.
So they don't want to have police come in. They're just like, oh, we'll take care of you at the next, party.
Stop taking these award shows seriously. They all part of the same cult, man. I'm telling you now.
It's a popularity contest.
It's a popularity contest.
Not popularity, but it's politics. It's politics.
Hey, people got to do. Hey, there's definitely politics that go behind the scenes.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. You
got to politic and do certain things to get that popular.
Because Killer Mike, again, he's one of those guys who I'm like, they're there for a reason, but they did it the right way. He's a guy who's always on CNN. He's always on The View and stuff like that.
That's how they do it the right way. You go on CNN. You do
that's
it
the right way for to make
man.
the people like you.
CNN
White America
trash,
be like, oh,
bro.
he's a rapper, but he's also a black activist. Okay, I can follow that. See, hey, my black son. Hey, you want to be a rapper? Be like him. Be like Killer Mike. Don't be like Lil Wayne. Don't be like 21 Savage. Don't be like Future. Be like Killer Mike. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. This is the guy that. So white Americans be like, oh, you want a Grammy now? You're older. You've been in the game for so long. But he never sold out. To where it's like, I'm gonna get this quick fame. He just did what he wanted to
sold
do.
Out?
In a way. There's people who do it in a way.
If
but
you
it's
got
still,
a Grammy, you sold out.
But it's more like, okay, you earned it. You grinded, eventually.
It's a great.
Everyone who wins.
I'll tell you this
Everyone
much.
who wins had to do something behind. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But look, Killer Mike's situation. They wrote a very good script for him in terms of like, the black youth or whatever. Like to see somebody.
The album was great. The album was great. Dave Chappelle was on that. Andre 3K. There, people were like, oh, Andre 3000 isn't rapping anymore. You can
take the good for what it represents, but
Stacks.
again, I'm going to continue to stick with this. Do not worship or idolize these celebrities and artists, okay? They try and put out a message out there. You say he's a black activist?
He's respectful.
Okay, if he's an activist,
he's a respectable, someone you can watch and be like, all right, at least he makes us look good. Again, he's playing that role. He pops up on The View. He got the rapper chain. He's like, I pulled up.
Come on, man.
Sorry guys, I pulled up looking like a rapper. It's like, bro, they told you to like you couldn't just but I get it. Keep the business going.
Here's another thing I'll just put out there. If you
for anybody
that looks at these black activists to really see if they're really activists, look at their track record and see what their stance was when Kanye was talking and when Kyrie was talking, and then you'll find out how much of an activist and how much they really
I think he spoke against them. Obviously, again, he's on MSNBC and stuff like that. He can't say so yeah, he didn't stand up for him, but again, he has to stay.
Cap.
He has to stay. He got the Grammy, so congrats to him. He got the Grammy. He accomplished a goal. I'm sure his family's happy.
Can I ask you a question,
What's up, man?
Do you see a yarmulke on my head, man?
No, man.
No, right? You know why that is? Because I don't be capping like that. Okay. If you really gonna be 10 toes for the culture. You really gonna be 10 toes for the culture? Speak on it. Talk about the true history. Talk about the realness. And look,
and I'm not gonna attack someone for not citing.
I'm not attacking them. Look, this is no attack. I'm just calling it for what it is, man. Again, a lot of feathers are gonna be frazzled. Is that the phrase? Frazzled feathers? I don't know. That sounds weird. Anyways, regardless, feel how you gonna feel. But at the end of the day, I'm just presenting to you. If the patterns, if it doesn't align with if their actions do not align with their words, they not about it, man. There's a lot of actors out here. There's a lot of people out here, fitting this character, Fugazi, okay? I just need the real ones out here, and this is coming from the streets. This ain't just me, man. It's coming from the people. Understand and decipher who really about it and who not, okay? Don't worship these people, all right? Go get your Bible, open it up, read it. It's a history book, okay? And go about it that way, man. Be in the spirit, all right?
Football season's over, so Sunday's open. Go to church.
Well, you ain't supposed to go on Sundays.
What do you mean? No, you can go to church every day if you want to.
You don't really have to go to church
You don't
at all.
have to, but you could.
But
There's
on
no
Saturdays, you
specific
should definitely be practicing the Sabbath, okay?
But
Saturday, Sábado.
Either way, regardless, just find time, sit down and really think about who am I? What do I believe in? What are my morals? And try to build a consistent lifestyle, The goal is to, feel good about your actions. So as long as you're doing that, I think we're all good.
Just walk with God, man. Just walk with God.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of the Fourth Wall Podcast. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Like we said, this is a safe space. We thank you guys for getting time in your day to come and speak with us and listen to our point of views. And we hope you guys share with us in the comments again, what you guys are feeling. White hat, hashtag white hat for Toss, hashtag black hat for me. I'm SeeJayy the Architect, Tausifur the Philosopher. Follow us on all social platforms, wherever you can find him.
Look, new IG is gonna be.
Find him.
Toss got some sauce. All speech should be free speech. Free Nick Fuentes. You know what I'm saying? Free Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then he might get banned again. But either way, we'll update you guys. But in case we don't see you guys till then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Deuces.